When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that honors.
Good evening, everyone. We must apologize for that break-in transmission. I don't know what happened. Honestly, I don't know. I'm here chatting. Somebody said to me, say, hey, you're not live. I do apologize for that. I have my good friend on here with me this evening, Luke George Cook. Luke, welcome back to the program, my friend.
Don't you trouble Jeffrey. Master Jeffrey.
Yes, sir.
Why precare broke with down here, master?
What happened now?
They don't say set a student, them and show how done to me. Jeffrey, let me ask you something. Don't then did say one time, say if you did born before 1962
you're a British
in a
citizen?
Jamaica, you could have applied for
passport.
Okay. Let me ask you this again, Jeffrey, because you used to throw me at the brightest student in the class, me have to learn from the most learned. Why did we spend money, or why was money solicited for the foreign affairs minister to put a bid in to become Commonwealth Secretary General? Yes. Why did we do that? And in light of that, let us say if she did win. How it to that look here now. Because I know today, I know yesterday they sit down there with Mark, and Mark got name after Buzzard presentation. So all of a sudden now, what you call dual citizenship, if your constitution is derived from the British Constitution, which at the time stated that if you were a member of the Commonwealth, and as far as I'm concerned, a citizen of a country is a person who born there. I wish for Mark Golden born.
Right on the clock, a half a tree.
Which one Edward Seaga born?
In a Boston, Massachusetts.
So why the fact we have conversation with people where go on like said them experience early signs of Alzheimer's when a policeman, Jeffrey Tavares, on duty, when he gets the call that his 15-year-old son is gunned down, Juliet's children are protected. We put them in an office and they have private security guard. And a man who swore a legion to the head of state, the governor general, to carry out his function as a police, Pitney was murdered. And that man now have to come to terms with the fact that while he might protect Jamaica for scrap meat, he could even protect him on a Pitney. And instead I will talk about the crippling effects of an untold sum of violence in which when I sit down here and see them send me one picture, I want woman when me know from me a Pitney and watch how much bullet Jeffrey regular body. And me ask myself the question. The Minister of National Security assured us that the man them in a brown suit and Kevin can solve crime. And you cannot give us peace of mind. And you want me to come down to Parliament, come talk, because True, you tell Andrew said, you him desperate. Well, Mr. Holness, you are desperate. And let me tell you, Uno got trouble, master man. Don't make that be the trigger for the revolution. What Uno now got able for content. Because everybody tired of Uno. If Uno even win election, people still tired of Uno. Because it will not, because Uno never buy out this election. Uno can't win. And me I tell you this, Jeffrey. Me and you not green and me and you not orange. But this might excite the comrade them to come out in numbers. And this are maybe the only time you not have to cook no curry goat give them. And give them no white rum. Dog I said, but long year I cover it. You done a parliament, a patch legislation after you tell with the other day say, if you catch one 15-year-old boy with a gun, you're going to send him for 50 years to life. And Jamaicans sat down and don't realize that we have now created the new SSR Führer. Stalin is back. Oh. This is the modernization version of a Edward George Philip Siaga. When them done,
him same one, hold on a look. The same man who is set to the gang of five. And I said to the gang of five, light a candle, sing a song, and find your way back home. He said, I'm the only done in this country. See it here, my sister. See me.
All of a sudden, everybody turned on. You better learn that in any organization, it's only one done by rule. And today I say to them, the door is open to retrieve your position. Take a candle, sing a sankey, and find your way back home.
One thing I'm going to say now.
Check the sound because you see them put up, Jeffrey them said no sound.
I mean no sound.
Christopher B said no sound. Chris, you're here now. Put up.
Are you hearing us? What the dickens is going on here?
Oh, okay, I'm good. All right.
I'm not play about this thing again because I know it.
All of a sudden, everybody turned on. You better learn that in any organization, it's only one done by rule. And today I say to them, the door is open to retrieve your position. Take a candle, sing a sankey, and find your way back home.
It's American. So what different from that time till now? You know, since I done shit we got back to. What is different?
Like I said to the gang of five consists of Pernell Charles, Carl Samuda, Manayard, and all of them. You all must go and know the history. See, I can say to them, say, all of us, everybody want to Dan. He's the only Dan for the Labour Party. Well, the only Dan for the Labour Party and for Jamaica is Michael Andrew Holness, the dictator.
Remember, you know, Jeffrey, a short while ago, the whole way upon almost everybody except probably me and you have said, oh, Silvera killing wife. Every day now you hear Tory, oh, Miss Silvera dead. Oh, this country.
One thing I can say, you know. One thing I can say. They are putting out things on social media about Mr. Silvera and who killed Mrs. Silvera. The truth will come out. And the truth must come out. And for those who own and have name for land title like Kobe, how you get the money for buy Kobe land? I come on here to talk about horror and bloodshed move across Jamaica on Tuesday. Christopher Campbell, good evening to you, sir. How are you doing, my good friend? Annie, good evening to you. I must make Annie administrator for this YouTube channel here now. Then she black who for black. I'm not in any anything with anybody this evening. You know? In which modern democracy can you have a prime minister?
Look here, Jeffrey. When you say
who can declare how much money he have and he's still prime minister? Go ahead, Luke.
When you say modern democracy, you know what is frightening to the. I think right now it's not even my holding an Andrew problem, you know. I only will go to New York because them say Jamaica will never see a revolution. Jamaica will never stand up again. We are going to chat. And I believe is the current Jeffrey that is running. That the little man now will never have no. Remember, I know Jeffrey. Me hear you say, the Jamaican them forget up. The people you see here, Constitution. It's like you said to people, have you read the Bible? And then can't read, so they're going to read it. And furthermore, if they read it, where the understanding there, and where the teacher there. And all of a sudden, when you come now, and on a set up the thinking capacity. This not have no this you ever hear them say this is a common sense moment, this that people not talk. People that tell people say, look here man, you can't come tell me this, you know, because a long time the two are now do the same thing, you know. So here one man carrying a trick we go somewhere else. The brother soon go to New York and insist on pick up traction. And when me look on social media, Marky G promote diaspora to go out and march. So why you aligning it to Marky G? Because me no know now Marky G are such close friend or Marky G agrees to the palm.
Let me say something about that, Lou, because you know you're alone here. I hear it. Somebody called my phone and said to me, say Mark Golden, Mr. Mark Jefferson Golden. I give the man his title. Mr. Mark Jefferson Golden in Bana, Jamaica, on the clock in a halfway tree. Mr. Mark Jefferson Golden did not meet with me. He did not meet with Jeffrey Tavares, Wilfred Rattigan, Herb Nelson Jr., Dr. Rupert Francis, and others. When he came to Florida, I personally was not in Florida. And I speak on the behalf of Mr. Rattigan too. Mr. Rattigan was not in Florida. Mr. Nelson was not in Florida. So when they go around and talk, so Mark Golden met with us and he had a function where it's $10,000 plate for food. Why you all don't talk about when the Prime Minister went to Washington? I'm the current ambassador, Audrey Marks. Have a $3,000 or $4,000 plate dinner. They want vroom in hotel in Washington D.C. And all those of the who's in the film industry. And those of the voo in New York. And those of the Carlos Nelson or whatever Nelson him want him, one fake doctor want him. We don't talk about that.
No, but the point is that
hold on, look. We did not have any meeting with Mr. Golden. We know nothing about Mr. Golden was coming here. And I didn't want to address this, because I said that I didn't want to address certain things, but I have to do it. You have some people in our country who will not sit down, not in the name of God, to try and read and understand and consult their constitution and read about the Charter of Fundamental Rights in their country. But all of us, everybody want to turn social media influencer. Who don't want on TikTok, they're on YouTube.
No, but yes, what I'm tell you. it is now being labeled that it was a Mark Golding inspired. It's not, because well-thinking Jamaicans living abroad, we could have basically, we could have kissed on the teeth, or name on a $3,000 plate and don't even think about Luke George or Mark Golding for all God care. For neither me or Mark Golding can help on the buy on a leather boot. And them dirty people here will come on social media with them a spinching boot and toss the leather. This is, instead of them I call Master Mark, them for make sure so them teach, them beat and teach and say, I see them at them woman, them pooper, they at the front of the ship I put the black people them on it. And that is why you have people like, when you have people like Chopper, and when you listen to them, not a problem that they are Jamaica, lie the whole way I tell. We have the best hospital, the best school, the best road.
I wouldn't even call
me, but Jeffrey Tavares tell me, because Andrew said Michael Manley mash up the country, and Michael Manley bring it to its foot. Now you're criticizing all dead people. For sure, you're not nothing to do. That's why I mean, couldn't be Miss Michelle Obama when they go low, we go high. This prime minister needs a kick in their face. Why you gone poor Michael Manley will give you education? If you can't take constitution now and take out, left out the section where say, if you are of this citizenship and you are 21 years, you can sit in the parliament. Uno come now with Mr. Warmington. Mr. Warmington, we never saw the sperms on your foot. So don't want to see nobody's passport. And the passport immigration service must explain, Jeffrey Tavares, why all of a sudden the man when they say can't win election. Anybody can beat him, him a prick, him a beaten tick. All of a sudden, people are dead left, right, and center in your country.
Hold on, hello. And I will not apologize to no one. And I want them to think them bad. If they think them bad, touch a button. The American government must investigate Peter and the minister who came out and said that he got those things from wherever and nothing is secret in Jamaica. That means the American citizens who fly to Jamaica, their documents is not a secret because Daryl Vaz can take it up and show the whole world. So the American government, the Justice Department, I am calling the Justice Department tonight. The Justice Department, if you're not hearing me, launch an investigation against Daryl Vaz and Peter. Because obviously, hold on for me, Luke. Obviously, when the American citizens that book a flight to Jamaica, they can send over the information to Daryl Vaz and he can come out in the public and talk about it. And the idiots they want to have on social media don't realize what Daryl Vaz is doing. And nothing that they do is secret. That for sure the NIDS articles not secret.
Exactly. You cannot give your information to NIDS. Exactly. So I don't know why people in Jamaica still there and listen to Andrew and all these people who come on social media because I'm not them yard and them want a dildo. I talk about no Andrew, no mastermind. They have breached a fundamental right, Jeffrey, of giving my information to all and sundry. That means neither who are come nor who live here. We safe because uno sit down a parliament and uno name and laugh with Mark. And him a beaten tick and precky, but when it satisfies uno go dig up the man yard for sure. Uno says a big dirty tenement yard down a parliament. Me not afraid of nobody in this country.
The Jamaican people.
I don't say that Jamaicans never say. When we hear intelligent people, when you listen to the news media and you hear the garbology, didn't we all Cliffview station. You never did know say Mark was Mark. But look, you never know this before. It's a eureka moment. Because look here, Mark Golden Papa do more than what Andrew Holness will ever do for this country in 10 decades. And that is why there is a John Golden institution where I give people who can buy food for $600, little hope that then can come back on join normal world. No, now continue the warm and tell, oh, the slave owner. You own slave because you treat the Jamaican people like we're slave. If Jamaica was not a big plantation, there's no way the likes of you could be a minister in this country. Damn fool. This is what excites a lot of young people, Jeffrey. You're so see where I go on. Me said, dog, I sweat and long year I cover it. This is when Nancy said, two trouble, I got better than one. Because I'm not going in there alone have dual citizenship, Jeffrey?
No.
Okay.
I can't call name one dual citizenship. Babsy Grange have one.
No.
Babsy Grange is a citizen of Canada.
Okay. And she get it up?
Matthew Samuda is a citizen of England, I think.
Matthew get it up?
No.
But Jamaican people are dead like fly. And the only thing them keep down there, I look for going them the next set of food after budget is to go talk about Mark Golden, the preke and the beaten pig.
Hold on for me, look. Because you're touching a very vital point a while ago. And let me make this clear tonight. The Jamaican people must wake up. Stop this PNP and JLP stupidness. What the minister did, what Daryl Valls did, it is wrong. That is to show you that nothing in NIDS is secret. Your information in NIDS is not secret. If your information to apply for a passport, that Daryl Valls can get it. And the Minister of Foreign Affairs gave him information too. Pika gave him information too. The Americans must look into this. That none of your citizens are safe in this country. The Americans must look into this. That when your citizens come to Jamaica, the information can go to the Parliament of Jamaica. It is not safe. When a minister can come out and talk, I didn't get a man information. You're applying for a passport. How the hell must the minister know you're applying for a passport?
Jeffrey, can the Minister of National Security travel?
Well,
you see, if I dada we are going to sing, me don't talk. Because let me tell you something. You see, if Mark Golden should have, you see now, Mark Golden should have employed me. From me bound figure jail, 3 meals a day, no master to be. Because the foolishness, you tell us, say the man, them and woman in a brown uniform, brighter than the American them put together. You know, want no help from the American really. Give them the money and we will sleep with the door open. Then tell me now, Jeffrey, if I remember, me never finished Sunday school. Why was the Minister of Foreign Affairs vying to become Secretary General to the Commonwealth? If we are left Britain, all that the money that we could have built 2 more in the gen house and feed 2 more picnic. Why did we spend all that money if this is not just a game of fools? Why?
Look, what I don't understand, you know, is that those people who call themselves patriotic Jamaicans don't look into it. We are saying we're going to say bye-bye to the monarch, yet we're pushing this woman to become Secretary. Jeffrey Behavior said this evening, Secretary General. And then, hold on, look, we have a minister. It came out in the newspaper. The American State Department, I'm going to say it again. The American State Department must look into this. They must launch an investigation into this. Their citizens are not safe in Jamaica. That is why scamming going on. Their citizens are not safe when a minister can find information on a Jamaican citizen from PICA and from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, and no court order. It wasn't the court that ordered PICA to give out information about Mark Golden to Darrell Valls. Or the court ordered the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to give Minister Valls information about Mark Golden. That's to show you that no Jamaican information, no Jamaicans information is safe with needs articles, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Well, we need to. Then Jeffrey, let me ask you again, since you're a bright scholar. Then if I saw be the case that when we are in a political arena, you just got to take up information, what should be the charge or what in the Act of Parliament that says, like how all of them didn't know say Mark Golden have, I mean, I don't know why you call it dual citizenship, because until we become a republic, aren't we still a member of the British Commonwealth? And don't we still pay a Governor General a sizable sum of money that represent the Queen? And don't he takes the oath of office to St. George? And don't Justice at the Peace take the oath of office to the Knights of St. George and St. Michael and His Majesty the King? So why is it that we're spending this moment, because we don't remember our civic, on things that we that everybody in Parliament, shouldn't there be an indictment or the parliamentarian be charged a sum of money to be acting contrary to the office of public official and therefore not protecting Jamaican sovereignty because they knew that other people in there have dual citizenship? Why are we engaged in the minor when the major problem is that you have health issue? You know, tell the citizens them we're gonna take the vaccine. So what gonna happen if them start experiencing blood clotting, because you obviously don't care that your citizens follow the instruction of the government, and the people then will live in a city we're gonna buy pound of rice and pound of sugar did that spread COVID. You're not address that. You're not addressing crime. Full speed ahead. All of a sudden, no taxation. Jamaica is the richest Caribbean country. We have in excess of $5 billion in revenue. So why are we so poor? Why can't we go to the grocery and the market and buy food and live like you, the Jones? Because you have abolished poverty. And this, I'm gonna understand why more when you listen to the intelligent people in the country attack. You realize that they only go to university to learn not for them shit.
Damn fool do. Some of them only gonna have doctorate for bad order, and doctorate of this and doctorate of that. They don't know what the hell they talk about.
We have returned to the early 70s and 80s in this country, where a leader called Edward George Phillips Yaga that is born in Boston. And I think that the debate should be about how a man that was born in Boston and he would have become a citizen of this country by descent versus a man whose parents were living here when it was a colonized country, had him here, never left here. Everybody will know the man, said them know him all when me never even know say Mark Golden used to turn this. And all of a sudden now, when you say my beating tick and preke, all me know if I defend Marky G. Venetia Phillips, everybody come out and flip up on the tail. Is that the most important thing about Jamaica? Jeffrey, what is Jamaica's top earner right now? What we earn from it?
The diaspora give more money than him tourism.
Okay. And if Una can get 1,000 people to come on a conference. And if diaspora hold back their money tomorrow morning, Jamaica fall tea. So all who are them mouth for chat, for some of them can lie mouth for they can afford toothpaste. So the new brand of toothpaste is a talk fart. We need to hold our leaders accountable to a higher standard for this and not sit happen overnight. And me not see why this is going to take away from all of the other problems we're having in the country.
Look,
we can't get water in our pipe.
Look, you believe that if a congressman could go to the American State Department or wherever they go and apply for a passport, get information against another congressperson and make it public and him not going somewhere?
Jeffrey.
In Jamaica, a minister of government, Daryl Valls, can take information that he got from Peter. The Americans need to look into this. When American citizens travel to Jamaica, their information is not safe. People can take the information and do scamming. Because if them things are little beautiful choices, boy, in front of a crossroad, they do scamming and make a sad mistake. Yeah, so I have the parliament that scam too.
Jeffrey, remember me tell you now. So you see, out of this one action, if it was not for the likes of you and others, the Jamaican people would remain in the dark. And we would be singing from the same hymn sheet where the labor write them. Anthony Weiner for being shirt and show a young girl in America and losing Congress. Juliet Holness in a courthouse over land. And Miss Holness name now
Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Yeah. And Miss Holness name a call upon land. And it all go to Miss Severa, the young woman who died. And the young people are hearing this. And they are hearing how corrupt, how wicked the level of skullduggery we're playing in the country. And Andrew don't think that he is by virtue of these actions starting a revolution. So that's why he was training so many people. And it goes to show, well thinking Jamaicans abroad must turn them back when they come there. For this, we gone back to the days of promoting pirates to be leaders. This is the most significant time in the history where in a modern time, Jeffrey, we can get the news. Now listen to the naysayer them, Jeffrey. I told them never have a good time we do on the 300. The 300 where they out they can't rank versus then 8. Then things that more than then 8 did I go come. I want to never go out there because no curry goat did I cook or rum did I cook. And even in that, you could not respond to the fact that Jamaicans across all age. I remember watching and I see you interviewing an elderly radio station talk show host. And he speaks of a Jamaica with such a passion. And the youngest prime minister in a Jamaica having people there before he sent out the woman, the public servant with the whole away money appear. Because say, well, me understand the no man, me understand. Come now, we have to reason this thing out of every country. Who no want to hijack the fact that Jamaican come out. But here one. Continue for talk, Jeffrey, because little by little, you know, we're not going to come out all at one time. Because let me tell you where I greet the Jamaican people. You see, true enough, we live in a Wackland Dab house. We just think that them are going to come kill we. But them are going to kill we anyway. They kill the man down at Portland. No, we not hear not about it. And him a brand name. In my brand name, then kill Sylvia, the woman down here, and make everybody there say, the husband, the husband, the husband. And it only goes to show, Jeffrey, how people go missing in this country. So when you're talking about the Americans must investigate, it's not a matter of a joke. Nits can't work. Because you know, demonstrates that we use with information Uno will take my fingerprint and put me all at the scene of the crime. And this is why Andrew don't realize that there is the integrity of his administration has ebbed away. Apathy has stepped in. Apathy has stepped in. But it might also be the birth of a revolution that we never really expect. Because while apathy is stepping in, more people, Jeffrey, are listening to UNO than we used to sit down on street corner. A few labor rights to the sea come. And let me tell you something. You see who attack? I hope them are upset the gravy cup but can them get some because they're hungry like the PMP them.
One thing I can say
still in at the same boat. I don't like nothing diarted labor right and diarted PMP. I swear to God.
One thing I can say, and I'm gonna say it again. Somebody is going to send a document to the State Department that Mr. Darrell Valls came out and tell the Jamaican people and whosoever that who then get sitting from peak if I want to get from peak and who this and who that. The Americans must investigate what is going on. The Americans must investigate what is going on. It cannot be that an American citizen must come to Jamaica and all the information gone to the minister's house and the minister's office because he's Minister of Transportation. Huh? Is this the country we're talking about?
The minister we can explain why the charter plane come here and why people American are panelists. What we doing in the middle of the Cold War? I never know say it start again.
Hold on for me.
Why the minister can explain why the charter flight ended up here?
Hold on for me, Luke. Hold on there. The Jamaican people must stand up. That is why that young Dr. Huey asked the Prime Minister a question about needs. And out of his arrogancy, he insulted the young man. But God have a way of working things around, you know. And that's where God do. God make everything come out. For let us realize that needs are ticks, whatever you want to name, it is not safe.
But isn't needs not derivative? But Jeffrey, isn't needs created by the Jews to trap the Palestinians, so we know who will come harass and who will say and who will labor. Isn't it a creation of Jerusalem? Eh?
That is the plan they have.
Oh, let me tell you, I know because cold and tongue and can't talk, you know. Let me tell you, man.
One thing I can say, no, Luke. We serve an awesome God. We, the Jamaican people, who cry night and day in this country, what is going on in Jamaica, we serve an awesome God. So for all those who believe we can't come touch a button, God protecting us. When you have a country, and if you apply for a passport, the information for the passport is the Minister of Transportation can get it. Nowhere in the Constitution it says that when you apply for a passport from PICA, the Minister of Information must get it. The Minister of Transportation must get it. And information, sorry. Nowhere in the Jamaican Constitution it says that the information must get to the Minister of Transportation. What I know is inside the passport. The Jamaican government can take the passport from you at any time. That's what I know is inside there. But there's nowhere in the document it states that when you pull out this information about you on the form, it is given to the Minister of Transportation. The people must wake up and stop making these people an idiot. if the Minister of Transportation can get information on a Jamaican citizen? No court in Jamaica ordered that PICA must give the Minister of Transportation information on a Jamaican citizen. But he didn't get it because he's the Lord Almighty.
Well, let me tell you, my brother, if people want to remain on the Amistad or any of the other slave ship and continue to talk fat, that this administration is the holy and most righteous, is the most benevolent, that is for them business. What my fear is that we have not seen a groundswell amongst our university students who used to lead the charge, because let's say, for argument's sake, the young man who the Prime Minister insulted Dr. Daniel Thomas, yes, for asking the question and for being able, Jeffrey, to think outside of the box like you. Now you can see why the education system in Jamaica operates at an all-time low, where we are turning out 75% of our citizens who cannot function because really and truly we don't want them. You know, when I look at the paper the other day and see Christopher, them say, enough Jamaican women not breeding. And I laugh and I say, then all of a sudden I say they are too pitney and now they're not and none. We have a problem. But the fact of the matter is that we look on it and say we are becoming an aging society. And we now go able to brainwash the old people then, because them have history and time on them side, while young people can navigate the storm.
Look, hold on there. I have seen something here on social media. A group of Jamaicans are taking PNP to court and Mark Golding. For what? A group of Jamaicans taking the People's National Party.
No, a group of Jamaica labor rights supporters. So let the Constitution Court decide, because the other day the Minister of Justice said the jurist, her ruling might not have been fully guided by her understanding of the Constitution. So again, it goes to show that although it was crafted, that only the few who can manipulate it have manipulated. And I'm going to blame people like you, Small, and KD Knight, who them can run up them mouth and go on like them are the biggest and the brightest. Because the truth of the matter is that the Constitution is lost on the Jamaican people. Jeffrey, come on. If you can't find food, a Constitution you want to read? You ever hungry and try read something?
Hello. You ever hungry yet? Luke, you ever hungry yet? And you buy the tin of dirty girl. And you cook the rice. And you want to cut up the seasoning. And you want to cut it. Because I say no. You know that one place where you have electric tin cutter, you know. You have to take the knife and you juke the top of the dirty girl. Juke. And you hold the knife and it comes up. You're so weak. Because hungry they kill you. You can't open the dirty girl. This is the country.
Yeah, but I wanted to put some decent in it. Her name is now Flash Out. She's a dirty girl. She's a dirty girl now. But you know what is interesting? A group of Jamaicans are taking the PNP and Mark Golding. Well, I would be happy if somebody can pay me legal fee. I can ask why Mrs. Holness is in court and the matter is not yet resolved. Why she Speaker of the House? Because you can't. I don't believe you should hold office while you have contentious issues in which you could be fined criminal. Can you imagine a criminal if she becomes, if she's charged on any of the charges that is currently before the court? That you're almost like you're saying, you know, it's cool to have a Don become the next Prime Minister of the country. Because right now, a Don ship run it. A little Eddie this way, I say, in live living color. A little Eddie this way I seen live living color.
They had called him Baby Bruce. It's not Baby Bruce, it's Baby Eddie.
Not like a bone in a Bruce Golden. It's not Bruce Golden. It wasn't him. Bruce Golden can't say it wasn't me. The country is being led by a dictator, and the people who surround him, and the fact of the matter, I tell you already, the people are brainwashed, Jeffrey. They are brainwashed. If me all a reason with a labor right now and tell me said, name 10 things your administration do that as Jamaican we all can be proud of. For instance, look on the Maypen Cemetery. Just for reasons here.
Hold on. Look, remember what I said? What do you mean you must name 10 things when you do? I can name them for you. You want me to name them for you?
Yeah.
The Prime Minister of Jamaica, under his administration, 1.7 trillion unaccountable for. Good thing you do. The Corner Regional Hospital is in $2.something billion. No, $22 billion more to finish the construction. Bloom, 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 bloom. There's no water in the pipes. Residents of Nick will have no water. Residents of all right, remember I can play the song for you. Because it look like on believe say everything me talk a lie, me I tell. Listen to this. And Mrs. The poor old lady, it was the bite of the week. It was the bite of the week.
No, but seriously, Jeffrey.
Hold on.
It's now time for our bites of the week. They come from a Needham Penn St. Thomas resident. She was lamenting the water crisis in the area. Here's our bite of the week.
We need water! We need water! We are crying for the Look here! We have so much water. We need the water. We have a walking stick. We can't we don't want to drop in our bed road. We need water!
Bite of the week.
While Andrew Holness and Juliet Holness and Beryl Vaz and all the females in the Parliament of Jamaica, including Farmington, have water to wash you nowhere.
No, and when you drive up Shenstone Drive where the Prime Minister take $10 million to build him wall, you see water run out off of the carport where they wash the car. But this poor woman don't deserve water. What a crime, Shamey. This is what we vote for. We swap Black Dog for Monkey. And my God, look where we come. Me said me hate when Jamaican said Jamaica was a beautiful place. Jamaica is a beautiful place, but why do we have to choose the worst people to lead? When you hear I hear a video go around with Minister of State in the Ministry of National Security.
No, she's a disgrace.
I used to be so proud of Juliet Cuthbert because I said these ordinary people, and you know somebody said something interesting in one of the comments. We are talking about British and I talk about mastermind, but we are recruit them baller for come play for we so we can look good on the world stage. We don't rob Usain Bolt, but that is not a national crime. It's not a national crime, you know.
But look, the question must be asked, look. If and when Michael Andrew Holness, the Prince of Bel Air, and the bro God, and the dictator of this country, if and when he decide that we should go republic, is it that Jamaica will still remain a member of the Commonwealth of Nations? Because Jeffrey, they love the pump and pageantry, you know.
But Jeffrey, at that may I say, if everybody will come on this and explain it, including Rattigan says that they are removing those entrenched areas. The focus is to remove the entrenched areas that speaks to the king as the head of state, because that is decolonizing us from the British monarchy. And therefore, we have to talk about now the courts, because the Privy Council will no longer be our final appellate court. But you realize that we still not get a full understanding that this is not a reform, you know. This is an addendum. Because it's like you just amend the section where say, you are Lord over the people them. You are Lord. And if people, you see, because again, me I'm not the brightest person, but if you ever read the charter of 1815, the Magna Carta Charter, where the poor people then go to King Richard and say, you see, if you don't rein in the aristocracy them, we now pay you no, and we are going to riot and loot and you not get no taxation. And the king say, all right, I'm going to write that charter here. Right? The condition on which the minister, you know, every day Jeffrey on radio, every religious day me hear on radio. Constitution reform is coming and all Jamaicans are behind it. And it's like we sign with blood. We sign with blood to it and we not even know where we are standing, because I'm saying if you're reforming something where 99.9% of your citizens have never really read the Constitution, don't understand the Constitution, even your Bail Act and the paper them where you take from Britain from Wapia Kill fill up. You still have in law in the Constitution where a man can still beat his wife with about 1 or 2 inches of cane. So if it's a complete overall to make it modern and effective based on the emergent culture and putting the power into the people's hand, then it should really be a discussion for the people, by the people, with the lawmakers. But in Jamaica, I not even know if you have one good constitution lawyer. Because all me know say people just hold along them head and make them money and them have business with a little piece of rock when they Jamaica. And it can take away from it. The people them go St. Lucia and the people them beach on St. Lucia. And look, that is when a country is being run. When your citizens feel empowered, say, only now come here, we don't know bleach bad bill bodies and come take over Ferry Beach. We own ya. That Racha belong to we. We're not killing of our we now.
Hello, look. Jamaica don't belong to the Jamaican people, you know. Jamaica belongs to the Chinese, the Spanish, the Prime Minister and his followers, and his wife. Those are the people who own Jamaica. We, the Jamaican people, don't own this piece of rock. And when you have, I'm going to say it again, when you have a Minister of Transportation can get information from PICA about a Jamaican citizen who applied for a passport, when he applied for the passport, and when in this and when in that, NIDS is not safe. The American government must look into this, that when their citizens book a flight from the United States to Jamaica, their information is not safe. The Minister of Transportation can't get to the information. Who else can get to information? Who else can get to information? Who else in the country can get your information and say, yes, you're coming into Jamaica? Well, then that is ahead of us in this country.
No, but Jeffrey, look here. I ask you again, and I really want somebody in your audience. What has been the legacy of the Jamaica Labour Party legacy that they will leave a mark on our life that says that here is an administration who took the country at probably one of its lowest growth points.
To prosperity.
And took it to prosperity.
That's
because the citizen. Because
you just called it a while ago. Prosperity, that's the legacy. Prosperity.
Prosperity for what?
For untraining people.
Oh, because when you
for Mr. Wholeness and in people who lives in the Vumvavon and the Vumvavin of society. Some of them live in the Jamaican diaspora, you know. Because you can't talk bad about Andrew Wholeness, but them here, you know.
No, man, it's easier for people in the diaspora put on a big fundraiser for $3,000 than for give a struggling student to go to school.
Thank you.
You beg one laptop and have 64,000 people listen to you. And you are educating the rest of us, and you have to take it out of pocket.
You can't do 2 million now.
Right? And see there. So if me the life we see everybody when they on your platform put $10. Because if we go and start something, then can't expect the look I go get up and go out there. And the government I go batter me with them liar. And me can't even afford one good liar.
Let me say something.
Me not gonna get up out there go talk for everybody when me know say the people nobody not even gonna come give me a visit because me not want prison food. Me not go want prison food.
Look.
And me know them are gonna put people in there for batter me. The fact that the matter me I tell you, Jeffrey, them biggest tactics right now is fear mongering. Come at your yard, beat you up, see you out a road, call up your name, and tell you what them are, the amount of time they string me up. Me and JP is supposed to their court, you know, because then tell me say me have every kind of light. Right? Who know me have my picture I send around, go show people. I just that. It's like you can't have a discussion to say that. Did you remember in modern times we had the Green Bay killing and then we had the Tivoli massacre? And every time you look at poor people that on ground, Jeffrey.
You have the Green Bay killing, but then fly the plane and signal the Jeep. You have the Tower Street massacre. You have the Golden Age massacre. You have the Tivoli Garden massacres. And nobody went to prison in this country for killing our poor people.
And which section of people suffer the most in Jamaica from crime? And that is why I'm tell you, say, Jeffrey, the Bible says when the wicked is in power, the people suffer. And when the righteous is in, the people rejoice. The people ourselves are wicked because we have chosen a wicked leader. There's no way, given the myriad of problems in Jamaica, Mark Golden is my biggest thing now, but to not find money, for I got car, PNP got, Me have one list of 79 basic school people were owed to $24,000 and can't pay. Or me can't find benevolent people for pay them the pick their school fee. Who sit down in our hot school for then can't this little find them in there, then just a wobble against the heat. I not go find money. Ain't on so passionate. My goal the next site and someone having multiple orgasm on a damn fool. This is what we're about.
Luke, George Cook. One thing I can say, is that a lot of people may think that we're taking this program to be a different side of program or whatever. But there comes a time sometimes, when we have to go down to the nitty-gritty of what is going on in this country. And I keep on saying this. I have members of my family who are die-hearted members of the Jamaica Labour Party. I have members of my family who are die-hearted members of the People's National Party. I chose not to be a member of any political party. I chose to be a Jamaican, and Jamaica come first for me. That piece of rock in the Caribbean Sea that is bleeding from within. That is where I come from. That is my party.
No party, no one me come in and no one my father.
But when you hear me dying, try to know God Almighty.
The day they not come in here. Me say, look here, man. This foolishness.
Look, very serious note, look. On Tuesday, the news in Jamaica said it was a bloody Tuesday. 7 people it was a massacre. Listen to this. Hold on, listen to this. Not the one who said it. I can find it and play it here.
Still on the crime scene, senseless, how police are describing the killing of a woman and wounding of 8 others at a bar on Granspen Road in St. Andrew last night. There is now a heavy police military presence in the area as fear grips the troubled community. And as Giovanni Dennis reports, Tuesday was a bloody day across the island.
2 gunmen entered Pokey's lounge and started firing shots indiscriminately.
A mass shooting in the literal sense of the phrase.
9 persons were shot. 1 person has unfortunately succumbed to the injury that she has received. The 8 others are currently in the hospitals receiving medical treatment. They are said to be in stable condition at this time.
The identity of the dead woman has not been released. 3 other women were shot and wounded in the incident that happened close to midnight. Now it's the latest in ongoing violence in the troubled Granspen area in the past year. There was a triple murder last September in the area following the killing of the brother of dancehall entertainer Jashi. There's now a strong police military presence following last night's attack as investigations continue.
There is no motive at this time for this senseless act, murder and shooting, but investigations continue, and we have increased our policing presence in the general Granspen area since this incident has happened, and this also includes assistance from the military as well.
4 firearms and more than 30 rounds of ammunition have been recovered in Granspen since the start of the year. Superintendent Services asking anyone with information to contact the police.
And I just want to reassure the residents of Granspen community and the surrounding communities as well that our #1 priority is to keep you safe.
And the Tuesday was a bloody day across the island. Crime data shows 7 people were fatally shot yesterday. 11 others sustained bullet wounds in the attacks. The murders were recorded in the St. Andrew North, Kingston Central, St. Andrew South, St. Andrew Central, Kingston Western, and the Hanover Police Divisions. A taxi operator who was fatally shot along Mountain View Avenue and a security guard who was found murdered in Olympic Gardens were among the victims. 451 people have been killed in the island since the start of the year, compared to 515 over the same period in 2023, a 12.4% decline. Giovanni Dennis, TVJ News.
Yet, you have Clovis coming out in New York saying that we're bringing on brand Jamaica because we mustn't speak about what is going on in Jamaica. What we must do, hold on there for me, Luke. What we must do is to stay quiet because we're getting some spoils and scarce benefits from the table of Andrew Michael Holness and the Labour Party government. But let me make something clear this evening. Hold on, Luke. That I, Jeffrey Tavares, will not keep my mouth shut. And if Mark Jefferson Golden should become Prime Minister tomorrow morning, and the same damn stupidness going on, I'll be speaking out about it too. In which it's with modern democracy. Can you have some senseless killing going on? You hear nothing from the Minister of National Insecurity. You hear nothing from the twiddly dumb Commissioner of Police, but yet he said something the other day, saying no call out, who we call out. You hear nothing from civil society. But all I can hear from Juliet Cuthbert Flynn is about who are Mark Golden Papa and who are Mark Golden Papa. While a teacher is missing. And a teacher was sexually assaulted at the Stacious Golden High School. While 3 other students was sexually assaulted at the Stacious Golden High School. You hear nothing from the Minister of Education. You hear nothing from Juliet Cuthbert Flynn. You hear nothing from the Speaker of the House of Representatives. You hear nothing from the woman in the Jamaican diaspora.
A woman crying for water, and Miss Flynn probably a water plant now, because all of a sudden the boss's slave has arrived. Look here. Don't listen to Clovis. From Clovis, Jamaica wants somebody Clovis care about his ego. And that will not change. It is for that reason I understand why history it's relevant to me now. So the black people them did their help put on the black people them on the ship, you know. Not caring what the destination, and never know so many of them were gonna get thrown off in the Mediterranean because they weren't gonna just sit down and die. So when you hear Clovis, remember Clovis is a house slave. them a look order of old donkey. Them want big funeral when them dead and everybody talk about them. So I don't pay those people no mind. A long time I know them all fart. Them all poop. So me not listen to them. Because me realize that anybody will not say what them a say because they obviously think that people borrow their brains to think about what about the injustice that is happening to their people. Look here, Jeffrey, if Vibes Cartel never have money, think he could make it to Privy Council. Have you ever sat down, Jeffrey, and just think about all those men in incarceration and why rehabilitation is out of range for them? Because can you imagine you sit down in a prison and know you not do nothing, but you not no money, you not no liar.
True. Look, I have a call online. Hello, caller.
Hi, Jeffrey. How you doing?
Conor O'Brien from New South 93 FM. Conor, welcome to the program.
Hi, my friend and brother. How you doing?
I'm good. I have Luke Josh who can line here with me too.
No.
Go on, man.
My good Conrad, where you say? My good.
Respect, man. All right. You know, I was listening to some of the things, Jeffrey, that you have been talking about yourself and Luke. You know, the two chief things, the killing and also the situation as it relates to this conversation about the opposition leaders being a citizen of Britain. And it's amazing because I weighed in today, did something that I see it's getting quite a bit of traction on TikTok, where I responded to a comment by Emily Seals, talk show host on Radio Jamaica. And indeed, I, put some things in perspective there. But before I go there, Jeffrey, this murder situation in Jamaica, my God, we saw where 7 was murdered in one day and 12 or 13 others were shot. And we don't get an update from the police as to whether or not any of those other 13 that were shot on that particular day succumbed to injury. So it's that background when, for example, the other day, when Dr. Francis was on a radio station here in Jamaica, and he asked a question, and he said, listen, where the diaspora weren't sure about the numbers. It's not just the diaspora. But we here in Jamaica, we're not sure about the numbers because a lot of time you hear that, listen, 5 was shot, 3 dead, and 2 rushed to the hospital in critical condition or in serious condition, and we don't get a timely update as to whether or not any of those additional persons suffered have succumbed to their injury. And Jeffrey?
Yes, I'm hearing, man. Go ahead. I'm hearing a loud and clear.
Good. This latest mass shooting that took place at a bar in St. Andrew.
Yes, in Grantsman.
Yes, Grantsman here. It was 9 was shot, a woman, and may her soul rest in peace and light perpetually shine on her face. And I want to offer my deepest condolences to the families and friends of her. So we even that, we have not gotten any updates as to the status of the 9 or the other 8 that were shot. But I spoke on a program the other day, Jeffrey, yourself and Rattigan and Sir Herb and so on were there. And I was making the point that the new phenomenon in Jamaica is that those persons who can afford to, who would normally support the local sports bar, the local jerk center and some of the round robins, the party and so on, and just the regular watering hole along any of the corridors on Jamaica. Those people are now jetting off to the all-inclusive hotel like this evening, Friday evening, and check out Sunday afternoon because they are fearful of pulling up at a bar, a jerk spot, or even a party, because you could very well have, you know, a drive-by shooting. And I must say, I myself am a little bit terrified to have heard talk show host as well, colleague Simon Crosskill, said on his program, and when was it? Wednesday, you know, in his preamble with Ralston Hyman, that he is fearful of going to any of the watering hole or the bars. He said not going. So this is the kind of situation that is happening.
But Conrad O'Brien, hold on there, Conrad. You must be faithful. You have a prime minister who is working, and crime is going down. And then the Minister of National Insecurity is saying that crime is trending down in the right direction, along with a famous radio station in the country. So crime is going down. They told Dr. Francis that.
Yeah, but you're
But my brother, I can tell you that is not the feeling. The feeling. That's not the feeling of the majority of us here in Jamaica. And what happened?
Hold on, Conrad.
90%.
Conrad. On the backdrop of that, Kingston and St. Andrew have 200 hours, almost 60 funeral home. And there is the belief that sometime when you see shooting start in an era, because I am totally in agreement with you, because all of a sudden them hotel level we couldn't afford drop them price. And so more and more Jamaicans can go down now and spend a weekend. You left Friday evening. So is it true therefore that the suspicion that when the country is calm, no money no really come from the international body them. So you just go in that area and start a little violence. And a couple of people that I saw the funeral will make them money. Other than that, they would starve.
I am not going down that route, because I really and truly don't want to subscribe to the notion that anybody, any decent person could be so callous and wicked. I believe that what happened is on the dirty underbelly of crime and violence, and what you have is a situation where there's no holds bar. A man wants his target and he is not waiting. There is so he goes in and he shoot up a mass shooting. So therefore, it's a situation of people, innocent people, are at the wrong place at the wrong time. And as a result of that now, more and more people are going to say, well, listen, you know what? May I buy one floss, a Campari, or two floss, a Campari, or a quarter Campari, and come on my yard. Come slow now.
Well, Conrad, the Green Bay killing.
Whatever it is, you know what I mean? Because I have a preference for whenever I do, because I'm not really a heavy drinker. But whenever I do, I will have a double drink, a Campari over ice or so on. So maybe that's right. But anything, as a matter of fact, the choice for a lot of people here is really whites and boom, rum and boom. As a matter of fact, that's a special that a lot of the bartender understand make their money from. So they do a special, a rum and boom at a certain price. And that's how
$150.
Really, that's how ordinary folks really enjoy themselves and have a little fun. But the crime and the violence really taking that out. But as it relates to the numbers that we get from officialdom that is trending down, Jeffrey, I can tell you that that's not the feeling here in Jamaica. As a matter of fact, the police admit this week that the numbers are trending back in the wrong direction, and the newly minted, still relatively newly minted commissioner, he issued a statement similarly to what we always get from our commissioner, that listen, we are coming for you. We are coming for you, you know, and have a kind of stone face approach and things like that. That not go nowhere. Stone face and hard thought not solving crime in Jamaica. What we need is more technology and, you know, have people there that communities are trusting of sharing pertinent information with and so on, so you can basically build intelligence from the information.
Yes, we don't have enough time leave because I have to go and get myself prepared to get a little snooze. I have to step in 24 hours. But I'm not asking this question before I make it.
Yes.
What is good? I see something where a group of Jamaicans decide to take the PNP and Mark Gold into court about dual citizenship. Are you aware of that?
And that is damn nonsense. It's the biggest foolishness that you ever read of. The first thing to be, you know, and I'm a pain to say this, but I have to say it. I believe that people who are so-called bright people and intelligent people are doing more harm to this country than the man who can hardly scratch his or her name. You hear me?
True.
Because it's the biggest piece of nonsense you're hearing. First thing to begin with, our constitution don't even speak to a Jamaican citizen to sit in our parliament, you know. It speaks to a Commonwealth citizen. Mark Golding is being vilified to uphold the Constitution because everything that Mark does is upholding the Constitution and Prime Minister Holness. And we must call him out for what it is. A level of dishonesty we see being shown here. Pardon me. When he talked about the people who could sit in Parliament, those with dual citizenship, he is only referred that 2 of them can't sit in there with it. And it's the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition. Again, that's another piece of nonsense at the highest level. First thing to begin with, under the Westminster style of government in Jamaica, any one of the 63 members of Parliament can elevate to Prime Minister. Every side has the majority at the day. So tomorrow morning, if the 48 apart from Mr. Holness who makes 49 and the JLP side decide that, listen, boy, Andrew Holness no look like tomorrow cut it, you know. So we are going to revolt against him and we are going to basically say,
put in Mr. Tufton.
Or we want any one of the parliamentarians to elevate to Prime Minister. They can do it.
Christopher Tufton.
Or Christopher Tufton, they can do it. And you know, let me tell you, you say Tufton father. We don't know much about Tufton's father. But I am sure that Tufton father is not a Jamaican.
But I have been, you know, let me not say it because I'm hearing about some Bramwell being Andrew's father.
Well, no, let's leave that alone. Mr. Holness is Andrew's father. We're not going to go into that discuss. Mr. Holness, and he must be proud of his son because any father, whatever we want to say about Andrew Holness, any father at all, have a son who will elevate our mother, parents generally, elevate to the position of Prime Minister, must be proud of that. So let us give Mr. Holness his honor and so on, and don't get into that kind of nonsense.
We have to go in the time.
But 75% of Jamaican men have children that are not ours.
Yes, but
the discussion, man. There are many things that we can kill, that we can take and to task for.
Yeah, Conrad, me agree. But again, me like how you say, the bar them now because me not hang out for no corner, Conrad O'Brien. Me no want to know where when nobody are gonna come at any point, and me no know where you and them have, and then decide that they're not left no stone unturned. I saw Jamaica. When you look for corner, Conrad,
sorry, Luke, let me just finish the cycle on this. So Mr. Holness said that about the opposition leader and the prime minister. But you know why Mr. Holness did that, Luke and Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Because on the government side, right now as we speak, you have at least 6 to 8 Canadian or British citizens. Right now as we speak. And
But you don't hear that. I'm glad you said that.
We should be demanding a show of hand in the parliament when they next meet. I called for it on Tuesday. But I didn't do it when I was on radio. I called for it on Tuesday. But what we should be doing as Jamaicans is make this call, this Caroline call, that on Tuesday, when the House convene, the first thing, the first order of business that all member of parliament who sit in the House should show a hand of who is a dual citizen by way of the Commonwealth in the Parliament, which is not a bother. But just for clarity, show a hand of who are Commonwealth citizens there.
Conrad, and why we don't ask the Governor General when him are swearing people and him knows that them have dual citizenship? Why him don't say that since him are all he is the British representative here, that these people do have dual citizenship, but we still swear them in.
And the question must be asked also: is the Speaker of the House? Is the Speaker of the House a U.S. citizen?
The Speaker of the House?
That's what I'm saying. I'm asking a question, not you.
I doubt that very much. That would be. She would have to limit the office because she would not be qualified because she would swear into a foreign power and in the U.S. and that would deem her unqualified to sit there. But who is I know is a British citizen, or it is said that he is a British citizen, is the President of the Senate, Mr. Finson. It is also said that Matthew Samuda is an English citizen as well, and Babsy Grange, she is a Canadian citizen. Carl Samuda, I think they said he is either a Canadian or a British citizen. I think it's more Canadian.
They're saying that the President of the Senate is a British citizen?
Yes.
Oh.
You have any information on that, Mr.
Conrad, I will not go down that road with you. I will not.
No, Jeffrey. No. Jeffrey, I agree with Conrad. We have met the club.
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
No, Conrad.
So I'm going to
Conrad, I agree with you. We need to know the truth. The Jamaican people need to know the truth because them are pitch against one another now. For talk about who are British citizens. And if there are other people in there who are citizens of another country and all British Commonwealth citizens, why we making a big fuss? For I don't know them know.
Look, the sad thing about all of this, these are non-issues, because
exactly
allow those persons to sit in the parliament. What we should be talking about is the discussion of what is the problem with the Prime Minister's filing not being able to certify who are the 6 persons who sit in the parliament with dual citizens. What is happening with the $21 billion spent at the Cornwall Regional Hospital? What is going on as it relates to national security in the country? Are going to benefit from a better education, those who are suffering because they can't even learn because we don't have a proper feeding program in the school. We should be concerned about the shortfall in the budget where the revenue come in short of about $25 billion in 1 quarter. Those are the things that we need to talk about. The fact that the Bank of Jamaica said, listen, if they lower interest rate, what will happen and all of those. These are the kind of things that you want to hear from a Darrell Vall's point of view, who basically now put NIDS in our tailspin because people were already distrustful of it. But with him now come and blurt out the opposition leader information, needs is in a tizzy.
And not only that, Colonel Brian, the American government, not only Colonel Brian, the American government must tell their citizens, be very careful when they're going to Jamaica, because if their information is sent to Jamaica, and the Minister of Transportation can get another Jamaican citizen information like that, that means American citizens' information in Jamaica is not safe.
Absolutely, and you know, Jeffrey, against that background, with what Darrell Vaz did, he should not be sitting in Prime Minister's Holdings cabinet right now. He should be fired. If he failed to tender his resignation, the Prime Minister should fire him.
And that is why the people must call, American citizens must call on the State Department to rein in the Jamaican government when it comes on to something like that, because they are traveling to Jamaica. Your information is not safe. The Minister of Transportation can get your information. It is not safe.
Well, it is sad. It is indeed sad, Jeffrey. And I can tell you from where I sit, I receive a lot of call from people who are saying that, boy, Conrad, we are now very, very fearful as it relates to the data protection, because we don't believe that our information is safe and secure. And to add insult to injury, it's not the first time that this has been done by Darrell Vaz. It was done in the Shane Alexis case. So this is vintage Vaz. And I must say, a young lady that recently joined the government that I have some time for, a lot of time for, Dr. Dana Morris Dixon. And indeed, I believe that the response that she gave at the press conference there, let me personally take her down a few notches, because there is no way that you can come and say to a Jamaican that, listen, almost saying that everything is okay because what's happened, the minister said the information was passed on to him by somebody within the PNP. What nonsense.
Damn lie.
What nonsense.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming on, my friend. Luke,
now, Conrad, me notice that when it comes to need them, say it's optional. We can refuse to participate in the exercise. So why are you carrying it out?
Well, I don't know. Very good question you're asking. Very good question you're asking.
And Conrad, like how Curacao start to say them create data from year 13. Why did we have to use needs as against using our Curacao? Make sure so them look out for them citizens. Why did we have to go to something that is very foreign to us? And yet still we have in Curacao a system that works, because from year 13, your information is gathered and your medical record plus everything else is gathered. That gives you the citizen the right to be able to now participate in good governance. And the next thing, Conrad, do you think in light of all of this that we should start to put a pause on constitution reform? Because is this reform just to remove the king as head of state? And is that enough for us to say that we are decolonizing ourselves? Or should it be that we should work on creating a constitution? Because Norman Manley did say his generation was to bring independence. Our generation was to modernize it so it works and put the peoples in the driver's seat. Should it be the basis that
independence and our generation was to basically deal with the financial independence? But I say this, Luke and Jeffrey, as we close. You ask a very, very important question there, Luke. If the constitutional framework, the resetting of the constitution should be put on hold. And My answer to that is yes, because how we start in the first place, we started something wrong. And if you start something wrong, then you are going to end up getting it wrong. What is being passed on right now as consultation, it is woefully inadequate. We need to have massive, as my friend Professor Rosalie Hamilton said on my program on Monday, as Miss Archer and a litany of person have been saying that, listen, we need to roll out, Dean Jackson Miller as well, and RJR, we need to basically have widespread consultation across the length and breadth of Jamaica. As a matter of fact, just this evening, I heard Professor Rosalie Hamilton and also Miss Archer, who is the head of the NIA, saying that, listen, we need to treat this thing like when we are having a political campaign where we are out there in all the nook and cranny. This your constitution is the linchpin. It is the compass. And it can't be that after 60 years, going 62 years of independence, when we had that constitution that was basically trusted on us by Britain in the main, we are now 62 years old, and we are going to put a constitution in place without widespread consultation. It's a fallacy and it's a farce. And the people of Jamaica must stand up and say, no way, no way, no way, no way. We have to be serious here. If we're talking about anything about the place to live, raise families, and do business, we have to be serious about it, you know, Jeffrey and Luke.
True. And on that note, Conrad, I want to say tell you thanks for coming on.
All the best. God bless you. Take care. And join me on Monday. Join me on Monday at News Salt 93 FM at 9 o'clock. Sharp. It's going to be very, very interesting as we continue to speak truth to power, no matter who the guy is. God bless you.
And John, I think come next week Friday, you'll be on this program with me. Come next week Friday, I think.
Well, you and I, Jeffrey, you know, we're going places. So you know we're going places, and let's entreat the listeners and the viewers to stay tuned.
Yes.
Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares YouTube will be lighted. Fireman. All right.
All right, my brother. Thank you.
Blessings. God bless you. Take care.
Yeah, Conrad, on your program, like how you had the civic teacher, and you introduce civics. Maybe
Conrad Bryan and Jeffrey Tavares.
Yeah. Maybe we need to have what is called we need to have some clubs in the school, because I believe that the younger people, Conrad, need to participate in this and understand that they are also framers of this new constitution. And I've been asking anybody who can show me a constitution that works for the people, that put the people in the driver's seat to make sure that they hold governance to power. Because in the last local government election, people never understand what a municipality is supposed to do for them. It is an indictment that the government and the well-thinking Jamaican like yourself, me, Jeffrey, and the other people sitting on this program tonight owe it to the generation to come to create the environment that them can understand that there are rules and they make the rules, and therefore it has to apply, because that's how you're going to keep order in any society. Because right now, anarchy are going. Because I pitch them a pitch against one another, Conrad O'Brien. I pitch them a pitch against one another. And we need to look through this. You know, have to agree with Conrad. You don't have to agree with Luke or Jeffrey. But we must put Jamaica first. I'm not think of Jamaica we are put first. I don't know what is the ulterior motive. But when me look Conrad O'Brien on Venezuela, who give us cheap oil, and did I give scholarship to students so they could become enlightened mind and better them family. And we turn our back on Venezuela. And we not take the cheap oil, and now Venezuela go said them a carry go tribunal court. And them want them money plus them want the interest for the time that they were supplying, and the fact that we discontinue. How did we discontinue without explaining to the people the ramification when we have high energy bills to pay. We can't put gas in, we can't put gas in our gas tank. Why is it that our government is not looking out for us, but they are looking out for foreign powers? And therefore, the people of Jamaica are suffering. And we must cut out this prosperity talk, because prosperity simply means that all Jamaicans are fulfilling their God-given talent, and we are all accomplishing our goal of
Yes.
self-actualization. Me believe that the program, me glad you start the civic class, because me da like for us to write the new civics for Jamaica, not just young Jamaican, for all Jamaicans. So we understand it is important. That is not what somebody said, but is what we understand based on what is put in a document that most of us have never read. So you should have had, may agree, the wide consultation explaining it, and you have Justice Bat, you have Light Beeb, you have Light Barnett, and you have yourself and Jeffrey. We need to educate more people, and as I said to Jeffrey tonight, it is for program like Conrad O'Brien that is now making people realize, look here, things can be better than what it is, but we all have to participate. They have closed the door to listening to us, and that is why the Prime Minister reacted to young Dr. Daniel Thomas when he asked the question of the Prime Minister about needs and how our information is going to be protected. That has not been answered. How is our information and who are going to have access to it? Just like how you put out Mark Golden own, who is going to stop them from putting out Conrad own or Luke George own, and then use it against we like a beaten tick? Because the whole we are beaten tick and we are idiot. But I tell you, I tell Jeffrey, this might just be the start of the new revolution, where people are going to hold their kings and SSR Führer to answer to the people, because ultimate one man, one vote, same man, same vote. And right now where I go on is a dictatorship, is not a participation. And I'm not going to sit down idly by and keep my mouth quiet while we now make decision that ultimately is going to affect. What kind of country are we leaving for the generation coming? And now you have to take into account that why our young people are so vicious. The man of our generation of viper. I would then say I go on down a parliament, done ship. Uno can put out man information, and a long time una the man sit down there and uno never say it wrong until the man got talk against your wife. All of a sudden it becomes a problem. Have you ever heard anywhere that a senior member of government, almost the second most powerful officer, is in the court and is not asked to step aside until the matter has been concluded and a verdict has been rendered by a peer group of our peers to say whether or not them fine or guilty? And you sit down there and I cuss all the woman will work years. Curtis worked years for this country and left in a shame and disgrace because somebody want to blame Curtis, and Curtis has said, no, it wasn't me. Conrad O'Brien is a lot to be desired. And until the people of Jamaica say them have the power, because I one man, one vote, and nobody should be able to pay you $3,000 or $20,000. We must put Jamaica first, because we are not a green country, we're not an orange country. We're all Jamaican. If Jamaica go down, the whole way I go down. So we have to take this thing serious, my brother.
Yes, and this we're going to say so long from here for tonight. I want to say thanks to Conrad O'Brien, Luke George Cook, all the viewers and listeners on this program. Thank you all for coming on. I don't go on anywhere, just I have some stuff to do, and that is why you hadn't seen me on. I'm still here. I'm still going to gather information and put it out to you all. I think there will be a demonstration in front of the Jamaican embassy in Washington, D.C. on June 15th. Jamaicans, the Call to Action Group, the Jamaican Crime Intervention and Prevention Task Force in association with the Jamaican diaspora and members of the Jamaican diaspora and the wider public, there will be a demonstration in New York on May 15th in front of the
Yeah, man.
Jamaican. Sorry, in Washington, D.C. What am I saying? In Washington, D.C. I'm so tired, I want to sleep. In Washington, D.C., in front of the Jamaican embassy in Washington, D.C., there will be a demonstration where Jamaicans are calling for an end to the corruption in Jamaica, calling for an end of lack of water in the pipes in Jamaica, and calling for an end of the nepotism and cronyism that's going on in the country.
An end to tenement yard where you take man information and come put out there when you don't know say other people have it too. So everybody will have it supposed to get up there and see it for them not qualify for serving at the parliament. Constitution the man a follow.
Yep.
It not have nothing to do with who like mark or what color him skin. I mean, I know when we get into brown skin and dark skin, because the whole of we are descendants of slave. And if we read the history right, our grandmother get raped enough time. So no, now we're not pure black.
So, my good friend Luke, join me, or we can join us the next time. I think it's tomorrow. We won't be on tomorrow. I may do a quick show in the morning, but we won't be on tomorrow. We won't be on Sunday, but Monday evening, I'll go back to my normal evening programs. Hopefully, if what I'm doing permit me to do that, then I will do so. If not, then I will come on once a week based on how things go from my end. But I want to say thanks to everyone who comes on. JamaicanTV.com, my friend, thank you very much. One of my producer, Annie, thank you. Kirk.
Yeah, man, and thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you for not sitting. Thank you for not sitting at your dining table and concerned with how much of your money you account. And that you're not hiding nothing in your taxes. But because you love the people of Jamaica, you continue to see yourself as an educator. Awesome job you're doing, my brother. Big up yourself for that, because all them I try for talk, them can't take away your character. You are true to form.
Oh no.
Them born low, grow cheap, them must have bad habit.
I want to say this to everyone tonight, that please, for God's sake, we are in 2024 and 2024 is to end. Let us stop talk about a die-hearted member of the PNP or the JLP. Why can't we be a die-hearted Jamaican? Why can't we stand up for the piece of rock in the Caribbean Sea? Want to stand up for party? Why can't we speak out about the nepotism and cronyism going on in the country? Why can't we speak about the $1 trillion that has gone missing? Why can't we speak about the $2 billion overrun of the Colonial Regional Hospital? Why can't we speak about the lack of water? Is it because it don't reach our doors that we can't speak about it?
And why we can't get a surgery done? Because the machine always are broke down. Why we not spend some of the money where we are take and make sure that the Jamaican people have good health care? So we have to fly in America in the dead of night to turn up an emergency room to get like a care. Them thing they for stop. Why we can't have a better education system where we create a more enlightened Jamaican, so that nobody have to give them $3,000 one plate of white rice and some curry goat, water, one drink a rum and boom, because them love us. Nobody not buy that no more. Nobody is buying that no more. Everybody out there a born hustler. You take them both on have to show me so on the dip on and in the ink. And one of the things that the diaspora must remember, Jeffrey, in the wrapping up, to the credit of Delano Franklin, the Jamaican diaspora was started by the late Delano Franklin. And people must give people them due. And them man that start diaspora, them basically create it as a voice for those who left this country, work hard in a sun, rain, snow, hailstorm, to live a better quality of life, and has been contributing to this country. These are our unsung heroes, and we applaud them. For those who gave up their political views to put Jamaica first, we have to big up them people there, because without them, this country would have gone on a long time. Long time, because we can't depend on foreigner, because one more COVID-19 and God help all of we in Jamaica. God help us all. So it is not because we have no ulterior motive to promote no party. We promote Jamaica because brand Jamaica is when all Jamaicans feel like say they are important and them can own piece of the rock. And none of we never get no 1 acre land and no mule. We still a fair fight and a struggle to feel like we're a part of this country. So I mean, I really listen to the nation. I listen to brother like you, Jeffrey, where I say, if we do the thing right, all that we can achieve at every level. And Jamaica can be the place where we raise family, do business, and all that we feel good. And nobody now for come here and come get no Jamaican passport for go Palm Beach. For nobody no put sun and water there. I lie them and tell them need for tap. They need for tap it. We suppose they can go with corner bar go drink. That's who we are. We're a jovial, lively bubble set of people. No, we are sleep with 6 and 7 machine who never buy acid of liquor acid, who are put caustic soda and bleach powder in a bottle.
Yes. I want to say thanks once more again. Thanks to Luke George Cook, Conor O'Brien. This is where I want to say so long for tonight.
Yeah, man, go get some sleep. 24 hours, we can't make you drop down. We need you.
I want to say thank you all very much for coming on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's continue to pray for this nation of ours. Let's continue to pray for Jamaica.
Prayer without works is dead.
Indeed. Indeed, my friend. And I want everyone on this platform, I appreciate you all very much. Remember to continue to like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Remember, there's a fake one out there. It's not me. When you go into the search engine into Google or YouTube, you have to type in Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares LLC. That is me. Go over there, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And until you hear my voice again, may God bless you. And may God bless Jamaica, land we love. A nation that is in crisis. And the change that we seek in this country will not come from the People's National Party and the Jamaica Labour Party. It has to come from us as a people. So let us stand up for this piece of rock of ours.
Yeah,
let us continue to fight for this piece of rock. Have a great night, everyone. Luke, don't go anywhere. Have a great night, everyone. May God bless you again. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. Good night, everyone.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Make we talk.